Oh, hey. I didn't see you gay boys walk in there. I recorded a video last night, and I tried to upload it, and YouTube hit me with the processing delayed. I was like, what the fuck is this? So it was me going through YQ's video with the screenshots of the conversations with Larry. So we don't really got to go through all that. I'm going to paraphrase. So Larry reaches out to this YQ person and is like, hey, I think you may have heard of me. My name is Larry Dagstine. You can call me Larry for short. I'm sure you think I'm some kind of creep. Yeah, you're a creep, Larry. I'm sure you probably think I'm a creep. I just want to let you know I think Darius is a real bad dude. Darius, here's the fact. Darius is a little gay boy on the internet who thought he was a little Mr. Tough Guy, who doesn't scare me. Congratulations to whoever you may have scared or intimidated, queef boy. But to me, you've always been a queef boy. When I saw Alpha Nerd Entertainment come on here and punk you, straight up punk your ass, put up that video, blew you up. He blew up your spot. He said you ain't never had a girlfriend, you ain't never driven a car, you go to water parks to look at little kids, you're scared to talk to women, you go to video game conventions because you worship other men, you have a asphyxiation, you have an obsession with 8-Bit Eric, you're obsessed with another man. It's weird. And on top of that, he says that your own real life friends thought you were gay because you never had a girlfriend. That's embarrassing. That's a tough spot to be in. Let me tell you something about me, okay? Around the age of like 15 to 16, right? Everybody started having their girlfriends. Started being more public about it. And then the question came to me, Jason, are you ever gonna get a girlfriend? Because these guys were going to, like, you know, homecomings and dances or school dances. Oh, Jason, is there a girl you're gonna ask to the dance, or don't you have a girlfriend, or da-da-da-da-da? And I'm like, no, I don't. Well, why not? And I've heard it before. I got an uncle, a machismo uncle. You know, so what are you? What are you, gay? I'm like, no. And I heard this for about 15 to 16. He would just slyly say some shit like that, right? And I noticed his own son was a little fruity. Right? My first car was a Subaru. And he would tell me, he would crack this joke, you know, lesbians and gay people drive Subarus? I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. I understand now. I know the Subaru joke now. But I didn't know that shit. I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. And I got pissed off one night. I was like, just watch your own son be gay. And his eyes lit up because he knew. And I knew. And later on, his son came out as gay. But anyways, that pressure was put on me. And at 17 years old, I got laid at a party. And I had my first 2 dates with these 2 different girls. And then for senior dance, I had a date for that. And I showed up to the school dance with a date. Her name was Jordan. The first girl I went on a date with, her name was Raquel. It was kind of like a double date. It was her and Ashley, and they came together. And then the other girl I went out with, she had like a name that started, it was like a Puerto Rican girl, that the name started with the letter Y. You know these Puerto Rican girls, Yaslima, I forget, Yaritza, something like that. And I ran into like Yaritza in fucking college, And she was like, you were kind of a loner in high school. But I liked you. I saw something different in you. And I wanted to tell her, like, bitch, because I was concentrating on getting straight A's and playing sports. I didn't have time to fuck around. I didn't have time to be a little Mr. Cool guy. I just put on whatever I could fucking find that was clean and just get my ass to school. There was people legit wearing Abercrombie and Fitch and Structure and Gap. Bro, I had this beat up Charlotte Hornets shirt. I love that shirt. I love how it fit me. As long as it was clean. I wasn't one of those kids who wore dirt. I wasn't like a queef who wears an N64 shirt every fucking day. Queef. So those 2 years of the pressure, right? When are you gonna get a girlfriend? Guess what? You had to deal with that until now, until your 40s. And you're still dealing with it. Well, you don't have to deal with it anymore because your dad is dead. I'm pretty sure that was a huge sigh of relief when your dad died. Well, no more asking me if I'm going to get a girlfriend. Or maybe you guys had a big argument. And you probably said, don't talk to me ever again. And whenever that happened, let's say that maybe happened at like age 34. Okay? I bet you it was a huge sigh of relief. No one's going to bother you. Does your mommy still bother you about having a girlfriend? Does your mommy still bother you about having a girlfriend? Or has she learned to let it go? Has she accepted that she has a gay little son? Has she accepted that she has a gay little son who plays gay little games, who makes gay little rants, who comes on the internet and calls people gay even though her son is gay himself? Gay. You. Every day because you can't get a girlfriend. I think that makes you gay. How can you... You're a white man in Canada and you're not overweight. You're a white man who has his own place, even though it's like a nasty looking apartment, and it's just because you don't have a car. I know tons of niggas that they don't have cars, but they got enough gift of gab that they can talk a bitch into coming over. I know guys, they borrow their girlfriend's car. I know this guy. I just went to go watch him fight tonight. His girlfriend's a stripper. The girlfriend fucking supports him. He don't drive. He don't have a job. All he does is fucking train and fight like once every year. Because the last time I saw this fucker fight was a year ago. Oh, hey. I didn't see you gay boys walk in there. Larry, you thought White Q was a teenage boy. You were grooming a teenage boy. Shame on you, Larry. And shame on the times you tried to lie about me. Oh, yeah, and you ran this channel called like Team Amico or something. And you doxed some teenage girl on there who has nothing to do with this because the White Q fella said, you know, catfished you guys, made you guys think it was a chick. And because you couldn't talk to the chick or you thought the chick didn't want to talk to you, you felt the need to dox a teenage girl. And then there's idiots out there in the Amico community like Saggy Melons, who was convinced she thought it was me. Hammock Man thought it was me. I think that Gen X at one point thought it was me, thought I was the big villain. I made a video one time calling anti-Miko people gay, and he thought it was directed at him. I was like, I don't even know you. I'm talking about Queef. Queef is anti-Miko. And I'm not an anti-Miko, pro-Miko. I don't care. It was a little console that never came out with crappy games. And a bunch of old boomers were happy about it. Let the old boomers be happy about it. Let Pandering Pete, Pistol Pete, Peter Pete, whatever his name is. OEB Pete. Let OEB Pete be happy with the crap. okay? Because he likes everything. And he has a dent in his head or something. I don't know. Leave him alone. You doxed him. You doxed his children. You guys dox children. You look at pictures of children. You try and groom children. And then you're going to sit here, you're going to try and flag my video. But guess what? This video is just going to go on Rumble. Guess what? This is a brand new channel. I'm just going to get a warning. And then I'll make another rant video tomorrow. And I'll be a little bit nicer so I don't get flagged by Looney Larry with his Looney puppets and his clear dildo because he's weird and nobody likes him. Nobody ever will like him. Nobody reads his books. Nobody reads his tweets. Nobody reads his 10-page long community post except one or two snakes, and they screenshot it and then they post it in the group chat and we have a good laugh. Oh hey, I did see you walk in there. Knock knock, get the door, it's Domino's. I'm very sorry, Robert. Domino's again. Time to get a job. Bye.